Hey, Warm Bait One Day here from the dungeon. Just wanted to review an article titled, "This Dad Tried to Have a Discussion with His Daughter About Losing Weight After She Was Bullied at School, but His Wife Just Thinks He's a Fat Shamer." Okay. Yes, it's a guy getting beat down, but before we really get into the article, I do just kind of want to discuss, we got a problem here in America. Fatness is raging. A total of, according to NIH.gov here, 73.6% of Americans 20 and older, so nearly 3/4, are overweight or obese. 30% being overweight, 42.4% being obese, and then there's even a severe obesity where your BMI will go up to 39. We'll get into BMI, weights, things like that in the article a little bit, do some math, but yeah, we're fat, and some people might view fitness like this.
Physical fitness, whatever. Whatever. You do what you like to do, I do what I like to do, okay? But you're a sucker. You're getting fed this line about how, like, you're gonna live forever or whatever. You're gonna die. Someone will kill you. Someone will kill you with a knife. Make sure your abs are friggin' ripped. You got some good guns. You wanna look good for when you get stabbed with a knife. Sorry, that's how it works.
And don't get me wrong, I love Carl. I think he's great, but being overweight leads to such things, and here's what I love. A Harvard article here on it. Symptoms: increased fat. All right. Complications: cardiovascular disease, so heart problems, type 2 diabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, so you're not sleeping well, certain types of cancers, depression. Yeah, you're fat, you're sedentary, you're useless. Some of the causes: excessive consumption of energy-dense foods, sedentary work and lifestyle. I think that's a big one. Actually, diet more so, but just the fact that people sit on their asses all the time. Get moving. I don't know, but regardless, lack of a healthy diet, urbanization's also a blame. They do put genetics at the end. That could be a thing, but at least they put it at the end, didn't say it's a thing right at the beginning. Let's see. Helvard Hearth Publishing Professional. What's so bad about being obese? And does obesity really cause liver deterioration? Obesity just fucks you as a whole. I don't know. I was a more overweight person. I probably had like 30 extra pounds I had to drop. And I mean, shit, I'm in my late 20s going, oh, I'm getting old with joint pain and all these other things. And you don't have to live that way. So, and I'm not saying you got to be the epitome of fitness and be able to bench press 860 pounds, run a mile in 2 minutes or anything like that. Hey, if you can, good for you. You'd be setting some records. But just not to be a total fat sack. So let's get into this article then. All right, let's get into the article. This dad tried to have a discussion with his daughter about losing weight after she was bullied at school, but his wife just thinks he's a fat shamer. Uh-oh. You got the wife and the daughter all riled up, calling her fat. Good job, buddy. Also note this picture here. If you see him in public, that's not the individual, so don't ridicule him and call him a fat shamer, because that person might not be one, since we have to take the article title at face value as a fact. All right, getting into it. This 42-year-old guy, 39-year-old wife, been together 20 years. They have a 16-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Well, the 16-year-old is the one we're worried about, and he says that she is quote-unquote obese. Okay, but we can define that because we have some stats here. So we know it's his daughter, so that's a woman, 16. 5 foot tall, and the weight, we'll use 215, we'll be lenient. So let's hop over here, calculate she is 16, she is 5 foot tall, and again we're going to use 215 pounds. We got kilograms. It's a little interesting. Ideal weight. Okay. So ideal weight is 86 to 126. So on the high end, Naya being 5 foot tall should weigh about 126. BMI of 42. And obesity is defined as 30 or greater. So obese is a fact. She is obese. She should only be on the high end at 5 foot and that age, 126 pounds. So yeah, she's damn near double. Wow. At least 90 pounds. That's, whoo! And again, that's the high end of BMI. 42 over 30 is obese, so it's a big girl. It's a big girl. All right, he and his wife tried to address Naya's weight with the school, but the school hasn't helped out with any concerns. This is the school's problem. Let's continue. Specifically, he and his wife wanted Naya to have a different gym class because she's getting bullied by girls while she's in the locker room. Okay, two things. We have to set up a different class for quote-unquote obese people that have a BMI over 30 because they'll get ridiculed. And here's the thing in life. You get picked on. People are cruel. People will make fun of you. But hey, what comes around goes around. She shouldn't be all that upset that people make fun of her. And I get it. Kids make fun of kids for being fat, stupid, lazy, smelly, whatever. But yeah, that's it's not it's not on the school to make a different gym class. Like, what is this, Fat Camp? A movie from the 90s, I believe, was called Fat Camp. But yeah, that is not the school's job. She is to attend the class and she is to complete the class. All right. Wow. They're going to start having gym class. I remember when I went to school, eons ago, they would have, different classes, like a regular course and an honors course. So people that aren't fat sacks are going to be in honors gym, and then like regular gym is for the obese people, I guess. So they're going to have to build 2 gymnasiums. Hope the tax dollars have room for that. So you can have one dedicated for the fat people with their lockers and, bigger showers. And then one for the regular people, or those that don't have a BMI over 30. Especially when they're in the 40s. Whew. Anyways. Alright. Classmates, they take photos of her to try to embarrass her. Well, obviously they do because they're requesting a different class. My wife and I are healthy. I go to the gym, we make healthy dinners and try to buy healthy snacks, but Naya needs more than that. I don't know, if you eat okay, getting a BMI that high is ridiculous. I, as a feller, I think the heaviest I was 220, so I was my heaviest, what Naya is at 16, and I'm 6 foot tall, so yeah, Naya's really let it go, but that's neither here nor there. And I can't believe a kid that young, that's supposed to be in the prime of their lives, man or woman, is that big. Anyways, I love my daughter and I think she is beautiful no matter what. You better know that. Big is beautiful, buddy. Don't you forget it. But I worry about her health. Very legitimate concern from the father. She's big. She's 90 pounds overweight into obesity range. Alright, she called me crying the other day, begging me to pick her up early from school. She told her friend she had a crush on this guy, and today he asked her out. She said yes, and then all his friends came out laughing, and it was just a prank. They made pig noises at her. I felt terrible and was so furious. Um, hey, I'm gonna burn in hell for that one, but I thought that was pretty good. Even the boys are saying, hey, it's not just the girls in the locker room. Even the boys are saying, hey, you're a bit of a porker. Take it easy there. He immediately went to get Naya from school. That's good. He has a job where he can do that. And on the drive home, he was doing his best to try to make Naya feel less sad. Exactly. Listen, you need to worry about her emotions more than anything else. Fuck her health. Fuck anything else. All those people that made fun of her, they're gonna rot in hell. And you need to do any and everything to not make her feel like a fat slob, even though she has a BMI of 42. But yeah, that's not her fault, obviously. I mean, she has no control over that. We just have to worry not about the physical aspect and her health and dying and having pre-diabetes. We just have to worry about how she feels right now. Absolutely pathetic. Again, if you see that man, do not ridicule him as a fat shamer. That is not him. All right. During his chat with Naya, he threw out there that perhaps they could work on losing some weight and they could go to the gym together and run every day. Okay. If they're already doing healthy meals, healthy snacks, and she's got 90 extra, I see no issue with his recommendation here. Hey, I'll help you. We'll do it together. We'll do it as a team. That's a good father, I think. That it could be a safe place and we could work on it together. I really didn't mean anything mean about it. I was just trying to be helpful. I even thought about what to say before saying it so I didn't upset her. Gotta worry about that. Her emotions, buddy. She's had enough people call her fat, and even though she is, don't do that. Which, I mean, is your daughter, you don't want to go, you fat sack, but, hey, honey, you're packing on the LBs, let's kind of do something, It's even affecting her in school, I'm sure, grades and that too. She got really quiet and didn't talk the rest of the way home. Uh-oh. Silent treatment. You son of a bitch, Dad. How could you offer a solution for your daughter in which you would help with it? You are one cruel man. I can't believe you would do that to your daughter. The daughter could have asked that he pull over and she walk the rest of the way home, but hey, let's get real, she ain't gonna do that. Want. All right. They got back to their house, and then his wife went to talk to his daughter. After she was done, she was beyond livid, and it was directed at him, so the wife's mad now. So we got the wife and the daughter. His wife called him a fat shamer and mentioned that Naya was sobbing. Hey, maybe she'd cry out enough water. He really didn't want to go try to make Naya less upset. He really did want to go to make her less upset, but his wife wouldn't allow him to. Isn't that kind of interesting? Hey, you upset her, but I'm going to shield you from talking to her and apologizing. Let her, hey, let's worry about Naya's emotions, but let's also let her think that her dad's a super cruel son of a bitch when he only offered a solution and offered to help with that solution and just let her ferment and stew in her juices, all that grease and everything, and let her stew and hate her father more. Great job, wife. That's... Man, that's bang up. The only person I'm okay with right now is the dad. Could he have been easier? I doubt he just said, hey, listen, fatty, we're going to go for a run. I'm sure he was diplomatic about it, as he mentioned he wanted to be. But, wow. Okay. All right. She said that anything he did would only serve to make Naya more upset, and she feels embarrassed. Hey, she knows best. Listen to your wife, buddy. Just because you have a solution doesn't mean you should implement it. We've let Naya stay home the past few days and picked up her schoolwork from school. That's terrible. Dad, why did you fall in line with your wife? She's got to go to school. Because then the kids will know they're getting her riled up. And they're able, with all their bullying, they have an effect on her. Why would you let the kids do that? They're going to get more ruthless. Shame on you, Dad. Shame on you not for saying that your daughter that has a BMI of 42 should lose weight. Shame on you for just coddling your daughter after the fact and then letting those kids know they had an impact. I've tried talking to Naya a little. You didn't listen to your wife? Oof. But she's been pretty quiet towards me. I feel horrible and really think maybe I shouldn't have suggested it or worded things differently. Okay, yeah, maybe, but facts are facts. Your daughter's big. Hey, honey, I'm worried about your weight. You're pre-diabetic probably. You're going to be full out diabetic by the time you're 20. Oh my goodness. He's left wondering if it was wrong of him to try to address losing weight in an effort to make his daughter feel better. What do you think? Well, you know my thoughts, but uh-oh. Reddit. Oh man, the cesspool. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we got the story here that we just read off. And it looks like they just copy and pasted to that. And this is, am I the asshole? In which people ask if how they went about in a situation makes them wrong, which, I don't know, for some guy to hit the internet and tell everyone about his fat daughter is interesting, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so here's the top response. Yeah, based on the top response, we could probably guess this person's a woman, but all right. Your intentions were well meant, but your timing was terrible. At the time when your daughter just needed comforted and supported, you piled on more. Shame on you, Dad. Oh, right here. I understand you're trying to fix the problem. Lots of guys, my husband included, wow, it is a woman, my husband included, go straight to fix-it mode, not Fox. She has a few spelling mistakes. It looks like at least one sentence we've had now. She's really upset that this woman was berated for having a BMI of over 42 and being told that by her father in the nicest way possible. But it's not the right time. Okay. I hate to say this with women. There's never a right time. What would be the right time to say, hey, honey, you got to lose some lbs? She's going to keep going to school. She's going to keep getting berated. Her friends are constantly going to make fun of her. No, this... the sooner the better. But, all right, I disagree with participant or Fox Pause Pat. I don't know how Reddit works. One of those. But, all right. Oh, God. Try sitting down with her. Let her know that you support her and what those kids did was terrible. I think you already did that. Also tell her that you realize what you said came across as piling more crap on an already upsetting situation and that it wasn't your intent. Here's the sad thing, and I've been told this before with women. It's not your intent that matters, it's how they feel and perceive it. So his intent, which he's already noted, wasn't to continue to upset his daughter, but he did. So in his daughter's eyes, he's a piece of shit. Doesn't matter what his intent is. So this should be null and void. Besides, the wife, as noted in the article already, the wife won't let him sit down with her now. So, all right, you're 0 for 3 right now. But, all right, top comment. Let's move on. Then listen to her without trying to fix. Ugh. What's she gonna tell you? The kids make fun of her because she's fat? Oh, okay, honey, that's terrible. I mean, just imagine. Dad, kids make fun of me because I'm fat. Yeah. Yeah, they sure do. How is that going to help? Offering a solution and offering a team effort to it is going to be the way to go. I also like not only was obese in quotes, but fixes in quotes. Even though she already acknowledged that men go to fix-it mode, which they do because people come to them with problems and it's their job to think of solutions. But all right, see what she wants to do. Give her some healthy options and make sure that it is focused on health and not weight. Okay. Oh, God, hold on. I can guarantee that having a BMI of 42 when obese is 30 or greater is not good for her health. I can guarantee it. I don't even have to be a doctor to know that. I don't even have to be the head cashier at Walmart to figure that out. If you are that overweight and the high end of the normal weight range for a woman is 126 pounds, 215 to 225 pounds, 90 to 100 pounds over what is a healthy weight is not healthy. Healthy weight. Notice how it doesn't go up to 215, 250, somewhere in there? God damn. Fox Paws Pass. Oh, Lord. All right, so that's 0 for 4. But we're going to get a hit before we finish this ball game. I have a feeling. Well, probably not, but... All right, we need to focus on health, not weight. Yeah, even though the two are directly correlated. You know, obese people have more health problems, but all right. And let her pick what/if she wants to go to the gym or run or anything like that. No, let's let her continue to be depressed, wallow in her despair, sit in her room and eat Twinkies. That's going to be the best way. Physical fitness brings stimulation, mental and physical. Or physical participation. Physical fitness. Oh my God, lady. That's a strikeout. All right, 0 for 4. Bless your heart. Before becoming a Sam, I used to work with bariatric/healthy weight clinic at a rather large children's hospital. We worked with patients from 4 to 21. I don't know, children's hospital saw people over 18. That's probably true. Some of whom, after completing the healthy weight portion of the program, went on to get bariatric surgery. Why is surgery now being recommended to lose weight? What happened to eating healthy and maintaining some type of exercise program of, say, 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we might be 0 for 5. Let's continue. You can eat healthy foods at large portions and gain weight. Okay, if that's true, cut the portions. Because you can be healthy, but if you eat like a goddamn horse, you'll gain weight. And while I might disagree with that, you're contradicting yourself. Then right here, take out at large portions, and then what you say to you isn't even true. Oh my God. Yeah, this is 0 for 5. Let's see if it's a strikeout though on this 5th at bat. You can gain weight due to health issues, hormonal imbalance, etc. All right, this is true, but this is not common. Usually it's poor diet and being sedentary and sitting on your fat ass. When I worked there, all of our patients met with a doctor, okay, dietitian, a physical therapist. Hey, notice how getting physical is in there? And a psychologist. Yeah, because of the emotional trauma of her being called a pig. I mean, I can agree with seeing all four, but notice how they mention not only diet, but hey, let's let's get those thighs moving a little. Let's get them scraping. Let's go. Have her see a therapist, and mental health is often linked to weight, even though you don't realize it. Okay, so not a complete strikeout. I still think you grounded out to the first baseman. That's fine. Yes, mental health is linked to weight, but it's usually the weight that brings on the poor mental health. Although poor mental health can have you tack on weight, but when you have poor mental health, you don't feel like following a diet, say, following an exercise. You go to comfort food like ice cream, Twinkies, Ho-Hos, whatever sugary snack it is to get the dopamine effect that then just ends up packing it on because you're not burning that energy as you take it in. So, last couple were a strikeout. This, I'll agree with this, but also know that you mentioned eating large portions and getting physical is also important. So again, you're kind of effing yourself a little, I think, but that's okay. So that's fifth at bat. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Don't push the exercise, and especially don't push it for weight loss and single her out. Remember, we have to focus on health because, look, big is beautiful. 42 BMI, if we just get her down to 40, she's going to be way healthier. She's going to be way better. Dad, you're a piece of shit. All right, looks like we're not going to do too good at this at bat either. Don't push exercise. Wait. Physical therapist, but that exercise. Physical therapist, but that exercise. Wow. Maybe see if everyone, and here's, all right, back to the sentence here. I'm sorry. Don't push weight loss and single her out. Yeah, but her dad going, hey, honey, let's go for a run. She knows what it's ultimately for, but it's for her. It's for the better. Yes, she needs to lose weight. She shouldn't be, according to the BMI, over 126 pounds. She's at least 90 pounds over that. 5-foot tall woman, 16 years old, weighs on the low end 215. Good Lord. Maybe see if everyone, her included, you need to always get your daughter's opinion, okay? Because, even though she would be seeing a doctor, a dietitian, a physical therapist, and a psychologist, ultimately what she wants, she wants. So you got to know what she wants. God, this is, 0 for 6. All right. Her included are interested in doing family walks in the evenings. Walks, not runs. She needs to start slow so she doesn't injure herself. Okay, you know what? You got on base. It might have been an error, but you got on base. Because I will say, having 220 pounds trying to run on those poor joints, yeah, she probably will blow something out. So you popped it up, the center fielder dropped it, you got on base. All right. Shouldn't have happened, but it did. If everyone doesn't want to right now, then don't force it, but make it about bonding as a family and not her losing weight. But that's the goal. But only if she wants to. Don't make her. Do you notice how we constantly have to get the 16-year-old child say the 40-year-old father doesn't know what's best for his daughter? She knows what's best. She knows having this BMI is what's best for her. She knows 42 over 30 is fantastic. She knows that being over 126 pounds and only 5 foot tall is healthy. That's what she wants. I can't even I let you get on base with an error. God, I'm the asshole. All right, 0 for 5 on base once with an air. So, yeah, because I don't think you do 0 for 6 when you get on base with an air. I believe it's just kind of like wiped. But please, please, please sit down with her and talk to her. But the wife doesn't want that. Don't let her continue to think that she is fat or you're pushing her to change. Men and women are different in the extent of if, like, once my grandfather let me know I was packing on the lbs and then I lost it. You know, I was like, damn, Pops, you're a savage. Let me know I'm a big boy like that, but he had a point. And I know with women, you're supposed to break it in easier, but, to be treated as equals in society, you're going to have to accept facts, honey. And this right here, that ain't good. She needs love and patience and support right now. She could be thinking that you agree with what those kids did because you too think she is fat. But she is. She's not just overweight, she's like way obese. Tell her you love her and listen to what she has to say. Yeah, listen and don't offer solutions. And that is like, that's like the greatest mystery of the universe. After Doc Brown and Back to the Future figured out time travel, he wanted to spend the rest of his time trying to solve the greatest mystery in the universe, women. But listening to her talk won't solve anything. She might feel a little bit better for that 15 minutes after, but at the end of the day, she still has to lose some weight. Oh, jeez. Alright, at least we end on kind of a good note. Sorry if this jumped around a bit. Yeah, you just kind of kept going back to what, she thinks and what, she has to say. And she's allowed to have an opinion. I'm not saying that. But ultimately, she probably doesn't know what's best for her if she's 16 and that big. Yeah. A little self-control. Especially if it's true what the dad says with healthy meals and healthy snacks. Maybe even just cut out snacks. I don't give a shit if it's an apple or 5 baby carrots. She might not need to be snacking. Sorry if this jumped around a bit. Problems of ADHD. Oh, good Lord. And trying to give a lot of info. Ha ha. Good luck, Dad. You got this. And so does she. You meant well, but terrible timing and you made things worse. Yeah, you offering a solution made things worse. And people agree. You've given the best advice ever. The best advice ever. Oh my God. Thank you so much for writing all of that. As a man and father to daughter, I realize reading your words, I often too jump into fix-it mode. Because that's what men have done for thousands and thousands of years. They've been told of a problem and they're expected to fix it. Everyone's saying they don't want the guy to fix it. They don't want the guy to fix it. They don't want the guy to fix it. Wow, this is making my head hurt. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, this woman here has a BMI of over 42, and you don't have to be head doctor at any organization to know that there is not healthy. We also use that for the title card just to give a reference, but my God, so that is past morbid obesity ends at I guess 39.9. So I guess this is like super morbid obesity. Yeah, you're gonna have tons of health problems as listed earlier with that. Good news though is it is possible because we have a woman here who was 29, 5'3", was 239 pounds. So she also fell into the super morbid obese class, and she got down. Took her a year, takes work, but she got down to 142 pounds. Lost nearly 100 pounds. So 15 months does take time. And I think that's the problem too with a lot of people with staying in shape. It takes work, especially if you get out of shape. It takes a lot of work to get back, and especially too like with initial losses. Let's say you're 240 pounds like this woman here. She'll start dieting, she'll start exercising, she'll lose weight quick, like for the first month. She'll feel great. And then there's going to be periods where it doesn't fall off as quickly, and then you get kind of discouraged and you go back to your comfort foods and your eating habits. But I don't know. I went on too much of a rant and I apologize for that, but it's just America's getting fat, and I'd love to see America get somewhat fit again. I mean, even in the Boy Scouts, I can tell you just from my personal experience, and then I'll finally wrap this up. Even in the Boy Scouts, when I was in it in the early 2000s, it was a joke, for lack of a better term, because there was a personal fitness merit badge that you had to get the rank of Eagle. And you would do so how many push-ups can you do in a minute, how many pull-ups can you do in a minute, how fast can you run a mile, etc. So you'd record your times, and then you went on a 90-month, or not 90-month, my apologies, 90-day, 3-month period where you tried to improve on all those. And you set up your own program and you went about it, but the effed up thing was even if you didn't improve, you still got the merit badge if you just simply talked about things you could have done differently to have potentially improved. So, kind of a joke. To be honest, when I did I improve? I think it was very minor because I didn't give too much of a shit because it was like a participation merit badge. Where before, if you were to become an Eagle Scout, in I believe the 50s, and I should reference this so I'm not lying, but you had to actually run a mile in a certain time, do so many push-ups in a minute, do so many pull-ups, etc. It was actually a test of physical fitness, and there was a standard that had to be met. And if you were too slow, if you couldn't do it, you didn't make it. And there was actually an importance placed on physical fitness at the time. And now we have 3/4 of America that is fat, plain and simple. Overweight, obese. We have more obese people than we even do overweight people. It's pretty sad, especially when you lump in morbid obesity with it. I know why America's gotten here. It's consumerism, being lazy pricks, but it's sad, and it would be nice to see a fit America again. I mean, even when you watch like old Three Stooges clips, a weird thing to go into, the women typically in them were thin. You know, this was in the Stooges ran, I think, even in the 20s, but through the 30s, 40s, 50s, there weren't lots of fat women were like an oddity, and fat men too. This is everyone's overweight. This isn't just like a woman thing. Guys are by the same percentages just as overweight. Everyone's just letting themselves go, and it's really sad when we get the convenient lifestyle and we get comfortable, but what do? We get fat and lazy. I don't know. Hey, if I became dictator of the world or America, I'd like to institute some type of physical fitness program that would require people to actually be into shape. It'd help them too with their finances. They wouldn't not only the foods they're eating is shit and things like that. Yeah, gym memberships cost money, but there's always things you can do at home. But for all the medical problems, the diabetes, the heart problems, everything else, sleep apnea machines, my goodness me. So, all right, I'm done ranting. Hey, thanks for watching this overweight thing. Yeah, we ragged on a woman in this article a little bit, and the people that had a response to the guy that might not have agreed with, but we here in America are absolutely fat. So, would like to see America get into shape.